Special South London.
Welcome to BBL action here at the Crystal Palace National Sports Centre. The London City Royals playing host to the Plymouth Raiders in an important match for both teams. The Royals trying to keep their climb up the standings and secure home court advantage in the playoffs, and they currently find themselves in 4th place here in the BBL. And for the Plymouth Raiders, they're trying to hang on to a playoff spot right now. They're in 7th position in the table, and Glasgow and Bristol are eating away trying to catch up to them, and they have games in hand. So this is an important game for both teams, no question. I'm Mike Weaver with the call, joined by Dickon Lloyd-Smith. And Dickon, a lot of things to look at this game. Wes Washburn has been integral to the London City Royals in the last couple of games. He's gone back to the U.S. for visa issues, so a chance here for some of the younger players such as Jules Dangakoto and Elvisi Dusha to get some minutes at the point guard position and really make a claim for themselves as they go forward in this season.
Absolutely. He's not been in the league too long, but Washburn's obviously going to be a sore miss. But if you are Jules Dangakoto, this is a huge opportunity for you to stamp your mark on the team at the starting point guard for a few games and show people what you're capable of.
For the Plymouth Raiders, Rashad Hassan has been fantastic this season, and he's twice been a BBL Team of the Year member, and he's surpassed 30 points twice on the season, 20 points 9 times. How do the Royals keep him in check? I'm guessing that Ashley Hamilton will probably get the task of manning him up.
Well, the positive for the Royals is they have Willow Horobi returning from a spell out on the sideline, so the Royals' front court depth is as strong as it's been for a while, and Orland Jackman returning too, so they have the depth to manage that.
Let's talk a little bit about Orland Jackman. He's been integral to this season. He adds a lot on both sides of the ball, and certainly he can make an impact with all the steals he can get, and certainly a guy that plays the game right.
For sure, he started the season as the Royals captain and has taken that level of responsibility when he's been on the floor. So with Deshoni Much not playing so much, not leaving the team, Jackman should just slot straight back in.
These two teams met in mid-December, and it was the Royals that were victorious, pardon me, the Plymouth Raiders, I should say, that were victorious in that one, 84-77. So the Royals looking to exact revenge. They're, of course, undefeated in league play here at the Crystal Palace National Sports Centre, and looking to go on a 9-game win streak in all competition if they can get the W tonight. And it'll be Will Neighbor tipping things off here against Zach Wells. And big matchup between a couple of guys that can really shoot from the outside, and Will Neighbor top in the BBL right now, shooting the 3-ball at 52%. So Raiders certainly aren't going to be able to give him some open looks. Wells wins the tip, and this is Nicholas running the point for the Raiders. He'll be watched by Hamilton. And a steal right off the bat from Makoto. Dangakoto! And he throws it away. Raiders coming the other way. Wiltshire, nice pass. Hassan with the reverse.
That's something you're going to see the whole game from this Plymouth Raiders team. It's a very good off-ball offensive team. They're constantly looking for backdoor cuts.
Neighbor up top. Likes those above the break threes. Puts it on the floor. Mid-range jumper. And it spills out. Nicholas comes down with the defensive board. Pushing it. Payne, 3-ball from the corner. Splash.
That's also something you're going to see from this team. They're going to run and they're going to look to hit that corner transition 3.
It's a good start here for the visitors. 5-0 run to start things off. This is Dangakoto. On to Ed Lucas. Easy Ed on to MBA.
This is the matchup they have to win.
Lets the 3-ball go, and it doesn't go. Hassan with the defensive board, and he gets it on to Wiltshire. Wiltshire working on Lucas now. Wells posting up on MBA. 3-ball. Nothing but net from Hassan.
hot start from the Plymouth Raiders here.
Interesting to see if head coach Jay Williams goes with a timeout perhaps soon.
He did look at the bench, and I think he's going to choose to trust his team early in the game.
Lucas, three-ball way off. And the Royals looking unsettled here, and Nicholas back into the half-court offense. Pump fake.
It's a mismatch over there.
Payne onto Hassan, working on MBA. Drives baseline, picks up his dribble, double comes, dishes it off. Wells can't finish, and Dangakoto comes away with it. He walks the tightrope to keep it in bounds.
Royals need a good offense here, something to settle the nerves, get a good look at the rim.
Lucas, MBA, strong move, and it's going to be waved off.
It looked a good play there from Hassan there. It looked like he was in the right place early. And now we see the timeout.
So rough start here for the Royals, and have yet to see Orland Jackman. You think perhaps he could be inserted right now, as they certainly need some veteran presence out there running the half-court offense. They're going into quick shots.
Could be an option to adjust your lineup. I don't think that they need to. It could be to just get back into the huddle and refocus.
Perhaps look inside, establish post position for MBA. When your offense isn't struggling, you want to get easy baskets, and taking long perimeter threes isn't exactly the remedy.
Yeah, exactly. Last few games, Royals have done a good job of throwing it in the post and cutting and playing from there. Matthew Ryan Manning's been making decent passes out there, so maybe slow the tempo and get into some good half-court looks.
Paul James having a bit of rejuvenation, coming back here as head coach of the Plymouth Raiders after coaching the English national team. Tell us a little bit about his coaching style.
I think it was a long time since he was the England national team coach, but he was been at Worcester Wolves for a long time, had a lot of success there, winning the BBL, of course, and very much a player's coach, Paul James. So his team is going to look to play hard for him.
Over the timeline now is Wiltshire. Hassan, Nicholas with Hamilton all over him. Hamilton looking for the steal. Wiltshire dishes it on the wing, attacking. The double comes. Nicholas up top, 7 on the shot clock. Hassan, baseline, attacking with the reverse. A couple of times he's worked that on MBA. Lucas. Ryan Manning puts it on the floor, dishes. Hamilton, nicely done, and one.
Needed that.
So a big basket after the Raiders go on a 10-0 run. And they certainly come in with the right mindset. This is a difficult building to play in. Of course, the Royals undefeated here at home in league play. Their only blemish coming in the BBL Cup at home against the Worcester Wolves. So Hamilton now makes good and finishes off the three-point play.
Coming off a strong performance with the GB national team. Looking like he wants to make Dante Nicholas's life terrible today.
So foul on Hamilton as he's getting that full court defensive pressure. Nicholas, of course, an integral part to this Raiders squad that's really given them some fantastic games so far in this season. Here's Hassan.
You'd have to say Nicholas is in the running for MVP for the season, the numbers he's putting up and how important he is to that team.
Wiltshire denied by Dangakoto, using his length.
For the Royals, defensively especially, that's a matchup they have to like. Wiltshire is a shooter, but not really a finisher, so if they can get him going to the basket.
Wiltshire to inbound now, gets it into Hassan, pulls up, banks it off the glass and in. Now Dangakoto, Payne picks him up full court. Dangakoto all the way to the rack, and will go to the free throw line on a strong move by Jules Dangakoto. He's got crafty moves when he gets in the paint.
Agile finisher.
So Jules Dangakoto will try to make him count from the charity stripe, and checking in now is Shelton as Zach Wells will take a breather. So important for Dangakoto to really make a statement here. He's seen his minutes drop with the addition of Wes Washburn. Of course, Elvisi Dusha at the point guard position as well. Can really shoot the ball and has really evolved his playmaking game as well. So important for Dangakoto to have a good game. Such a young player, still just 22 years of age.
Interesting, this substitution for the Raiders will now force Matthew Boyner-Manning to pick up Hassan, and he's already had a couple of issues staying in front on the baseline down there.
Hamilton with the flush. Flight 2 cleared for landing. And the Royals putting the press on as well. Here's Hassan. Up top to Wilcher, Nicholas. Working on Neighbor as the Royals switch. Hassan, pump fake, puts it on the floor, spinning, attacking. And it looks like Brian Manning got a piece of it. Looking up top for NBA. NBA pump fake. And can't get it to go.
Overthought that one a little bit. Had Dante Nicholas on him.
And on the reverse, tipped in. Nicely done by Nicholas following the play.
Coach Williams won't be happy with that basket, though. If they've missed the transition one and they're first to the rebound, it's very frustrating.
Hamilton wills his way to the basket.
Captain's feeling it today.
14-7, the Raiders in front here on a Saturday night in the nation's capital. Attacking is Payne from the elbow, sweet jumper. Dangakoto now to run the point. And he'll get the screen up top from NBA, and he's stripped. And Numbers now all alone on the break.
I'm not sure that's a legal dribble, to be honest with you, and then you've missed the layup. Interesting.
So a couple of miscues on both ends for both teams, as a lot at stake in this game, and the pressure looking to get to a few players. So Royals go deep into their bench now. Tolawasi, Roberts, Dusha come in.
Looks a good sub. That Tolawasi comes in and he brings you some hustle plays. When you need a bucket, can go and get you that weak side rebound. Also a good matchup with Dante Nicholas.
Adeyoya into the game now for the Raiders. He was a mid-season acquisition, appearing in his first one now since joining the squad. Played last season with the Raiders, so shouldn't be too difficult to integrate him back in to the offense, the American. Wilcher gets it on to Nicholas. Nicholas, watched by Tolawasi. Jumper from 18, it's short. And it takes a ricochet off Hamilton to Wilcher. Nicholas, 9 on the shot clock. Attacking, wide open. Shelton, 3-ball, way off. And now Dusha pushing it the other way. Dribble handoff to Roberts. Roberts with a nice move, and he'll go to the free throw line.
It's a good take. As a player, his confidence has increased through the season, learning his role. Gets it done on the defensive end.
His first season here playing professional ball. Played with the Hemel Storm last season, and he's been terrific on the defensive end as well, picking up a lot of steals as well. So the only American in the lineup tonight for the Royals, as Wes Washburn back, getting his visa sorted, and also Deshoni Much returning back to the U.S. Roberts now on his second attempt. Can't get it to go, and Dusha will track down the rebound. Hamilton, pump fake. Lets it go this time. Offensive tap in. Roberts getting it done on the offensive glass.
That's how you're going to get yourself some more minutes.
Nicholas gets it ahead. And now attacking Järveläinen, the Estonian, with the teardrop, and it goes.
He's very, very good at that. If you overreact to that jump shot, he's going right by you. He doesn't look quick, but he's very good with his feet work. Footwork, feet work.
Hamilton. Dribble handoff now to Dusha. Dusha, Hamilton wide open. Jab step, Hamilton with a strong move! And comes down awkwardly.
Looked like M1 to me too. That looked like a lot of contact in the air.
So Hamilton has come to play tonight. leading by example, the captain getting it done for the Royals.
And that's not necessarily a good matchup for Shelton and the Raiders, with Ashley Hamilton in this mood.
Williams will discuss things with our officials, Gavin Williams, Ian Price, and Stephen Desmond. 6-point advantage now for the Raiders. Nicholas. Directing traffic. Double screen comes up. And now they kick it over to the corner. Tolowasi looking for the steal. Jarvalainen attacking. Looked like he got away with a couple of steps there.
New travel rules.
This is Dusha. And a foul on the play. Jarvalainen last time out between these two teams cooked the Royals for 24 points. Dickon, how do they slow him down?
He's a crafty player and he's very good at using the tools that he does have. Really, it's about not overreacting to the jump shot, staying in front of him.
Dusha, Hamilton feeling it. 3-ball. Tolowasi climbing the ladder. Tolowasi forcing it up again. Tolowasi. Sam the man.
Men's basketball.
What a performance by Sam Tolowasi. What we've seen all season from the Nigerian international, contributing in so many ways, getting on the offensive glass, getting steals, making defensive plays.
And if you're the Raiders, you need to fight a little harder than that down there. If you've got a guy taking 2-3 rebounds on his own at 6'2", 6'3", somebody needs to step up.
So the Royals on a nice little run here, trying to catch up to the Raiders, who have came out like a house on fire here. 10-0 run to start things. And the Plymouth Raiders 10-11 on the season, sitting in 7th place. Already passed last season's total of 8 wins last year. But have to keep some strong momentum going as Glasgow and Bristol, sitting in 9th and 10th, have some games in hand as they try to make a push up the standings here in the BBL. And of course, both teams playing tomorrow. Surrey will make the trip down to Plymouth, and the Royals will head up to Cheshire to face the Phoenix. So back-to-backs for both squads. So Nicholas now to inbound with 3:19 to go. 6-point advantage for the Raiders. Nicholas with Roberts on him. Screen from Jarvalainen. In the corner now, attacking. 3-ball. Hoisted up, nothing but net.
Raiders come out hot from the 3-point line.
Adekoyo from all the way in Plymouth.
The 3 for 3 to start the game. Now, if you're the Royals, you have to realize that Raiders are in team fouls now, so this needs to be getting to the rim.
3-ball. Roberts doesn't go. Jarvalainen brings it down. Jarvalainen attacking. Slows it down. Tolowasi tries to trap him. And nice steal from Jackman. Royals have numbers. Jackman. And he tried to thread the needle, and it's knocked out of bounds. Last touch on the Raiders. That's that play Orland Jackman can bring to your squad. Really gets it done on the defensive end, and Will O'Harobi checking in now for Ashley Hamilton.
Well-earned breather there for the captain.
Mountain Man into the game for the Royals. And Dusha now.
Best screen setter in the BBL.
Dusha with the left hand. Razzle dazzle. Now Wilcher try to respond for the Raiders. Wilcher, dribble handoff.
Deep one.
Heat check by Adekoyo. Jarvalainen right to Tolowasi, who gathers it up, and he'll slow it down. Dusha gets the screen from O'Harobi. Tolowasi. Entry pass. Mountain Man can't get it to go.
That's the second or third time LBC Dusha's come down the floor, played the pick and roll, and had the ball reversal. It sounds like a simple thing, but it makes a big difference when the ball's reversing on the offensive end.
Strong move the other way by Rashad Hassan. And he's looking dangerous in this one. Dusha.
It's up to 9 points already.
Jackman now. Dribble handoff. Dusha.
You have to roll.
Dusha going, nice dish. Oharobi with the easy 2 with the left hand. Dishes for days. Elvishi Dusha's nice pass.
He's come in and made a couple of really nice plays. Nice patience in the pick and roll.
Certainly making a case for more playing time as the season progresses. Now it is Adekoya, and he almost threw it away.
Jackman's length causing all kinds of issues.
Ubiaro has his pocket pick. Tolawasi, can he keep it? And it's going to be out of bounds on the Royals. Orland Jackman playing the role of disruptor on the defensive end right now. Adekoyo Wilcher with 1:05 left to go here in the opening quarter. Wilcher coming off the screen is Ubiaro. Roberts on him. Adekoya. Hassan, spin move, denied! And he'll go to the free throw line as Will Oharobi caught him a little bit on his hand. Tough call against Oharobi, good defensive presence, strong move, but Hassan rewarded for a strong play here.
For sure, and he's gone to the baseline 3 or 4 times now. So if he's down there on that block, you kind of need to know that's where he wants to get to.
Certainly have been running the offense through Hassan nicely, Paul James and his squad. And the former Leicester Rider knocks the first down with 53 seconds to go here. And Hassan gets it to Grohl, so a 9-point advantage. Jackman, as the Raiders will peel back now. Dusha on the wing up to Oharobi. Jackman, baseline, and it's going to be a charge. Dribbled into a double team. So 38.9 to go here. Ubiaro to inbound. The Royals will show full court press. Wilcher, can they trap him? They cause the turnover. Jackman, strong move with the left hand. Can't get the circus shot to go.
Looked like a lot of contact in there.
Nicholas, Wilcher. Jackman picks him up. Dusha's back. 6-7 differential between the shot clock and game clock. Wilcher looking for the screen from Hassan, driving on Dusha. Off the glass and in, nicely done. And Oharobi almost throws it away. Jackman, Dusha, a deep one, it'll count. And it doesn't go, so at the end of one quarter, the Plymouth Raiders come out guns blazing, 29-18. London City Royals are going to have to make a lot of adjustments. If you're Coach Jay Williams, what do you do, Dick and Lloyd Smith?
Well, from a Plymouth point of view, to start with, you can't ask for a better start than that on the road. You need to get your feet under you early, and that's a great start from the Plymouth Raiders. For the Royals, just need to be a little bit more clinical in transition. They've managed to get into the passing lanes and get out, but not converted any of them. Need a few more easy baskets.
Have yet to see Will Neighbor really take many shots here, and it's been something the Royals have looked to do early in the game, is establish him, get him some easy looks, get him feeling it. And when you're shooting the ball at above 50% behind the three-point line, you gotta run some plays to get him open.
Absolutely. In fact, I'm not sure he's taken a shot yet. Oh, he's taken one.
And also, a special birthday shout out to Gabby Naylor.
Important also for Matthew Bryan, a Manning, to step up. He's had some big games, but he's in tough here with some matchups here. Royals have done a nice job, though, containing Nicholas. How do the Raiders get him going a bit more?
He's averaging the numbers he has done on the season for a reason, and he's a very crafty player. Probably need to get him looking to get to his right hand a bit more often.
So Jackman, Dusha, Tolawasi, Roberts, and Oharobi. Adoya, Hassan, Nicholas, Wilcher, and Okiki for the Raiders.
10 minutes.
Tolowasi to inbound, and Dusha now to run the point. Nice cut, Roberts! With the easy 2 on a beautiful cut, and a lovely dish from Dusha.
Nice execution coming out of the timeout from the Royals.
Okiki on to Wilcher, watched by Dusha. Puts it up, and no sir. Nicholas thought about it, puts it on the floor, kicks out. Okiki and Dusha doing a nice job disrupting the pass. 7 on the shot clock.
It was a good read of his eyes too. Knew he wasn't going to shoot it after he fumbled it.
A couple of substitutions now. Matthew Bryan Manning, Will Neighbor, and Jules Deng Akoto will come in. Oharobi and Dusha, along with Orlin Jackman, will catch a breather. 9:26 to go here in the first half. It's Nicholas now on to Adeyo. Adekoya doesn't go. Nicholas.
Adekoya's clearly been given the green light. He's shooting it almost every time he touches it.
Neighbor, Dangakoto pushing it. Roberts. NBA, and he's going to be whistled for an offensive foul.
And that is
It's an interesting call. You could argue that Hassan's arm's well outside of his cylinder, but then again, you can see the shoulder go in. Personally, I like to see them battle down there.
Ref's calling it close so far here. Hassan with 13 points and 2 rebounds in this one. A great start he has had. Nicholas, 3 ball. In and out. Offensive board from Hassan. Wilcher, short corner, nothing but net. And the Raiders are firing on all cylinders here. Roberts, Tolowasi, Brian Amani, pump fake. Roberts, 2-man game, NBA. Double comes, triple comes with the right hand, and he gets it to go. Good patience from the big man inside. Tolowasi pressuring Okiki, looking for the steal, and he'll be whistled for the reach-in foul.
It's probably a good foul there too. Knew he's coming out. Why not stop the layup?
So Hamilton now, the captain, will check in. Adekoya to inbound now. 3 points, 1 rebound, and an assist for the American in his debut. Nicholas. Wilcher. Dribble handoff to Payne. Nicholas. Hassan, short corner, in and out. Neighbor with the board. And Jules Dangakoto pushing it now. Dangakoto. NBA fighting for a seal. AGP forces it inside.
It's the right idea. It's definitely a good matchup for the Royals. You got to make the pass when it's there.
Attacking, denial, and now it's Dangakoto. Roberts with numbers. Roberts, and it is the big man slamming it down with the anvil. 7-point advantage for the Raiders. Wilcher, Adekoya, and it nicely done by Neighbor, jumping the passing lane. Some good anticipation from the big man, just unable to keep it in bounds. 9 on the shot clock now for the Raiders. Hassan, Wilcher, attacking, double comes, denied by Neighbor. Tolowasi pushing it. Roberts, nice pass, lovely stuff, tic-tac-toe from the Royals.
That's how you win the fast break.
Royals looking rejuvenated.
It's exactly what we said they needed to. Needed to execute a little bit better, be more clinical in transition. They had those looks in the first quarter.
3 ball way off. And that's an air ball from Payne. Southpaw. Dangakoto to Hamilton, gets the return pass. Roberts now working on Payne. Hamilton. And now this is NBA establishing post presence. Matthew Bryan Manning backing in. And you get the feeling that there's going to be perhaps makeup calls as Matthew Bryan Manning's been on the wrong end of a couple of calls early in the game.
Referees would never do that.
So Jules Dangakoto inbound. Shelton now checks in, and Zach Wells now will take a breather. Easy Ed Lucas will come in, and yet to see him really get going. So important for this squad to have him knocking down those perimeter shots. Bryan Manning. And we're gonna have a foul on the floor. The Raiders starting to get into a little bit of foul trouble here. 6:37 to go here in the second quarter. Roberts going to the locker room. I think he's bleeding a little bit. Bryan Manning attacking. Bryan Manning with the strong move, and he'll go to the free throw line. And he's looking fired up.
Starting to find his feet in the game, get some looks at the rim.
Matthew Bryan Manning's been a double-doubles machine here for the Royals this season. Back playing at home in Britain. He's spent some time with the London Lions earlier in his career, and also won some championships in Argentina, Mexico, Japan. Guy that's been around the block, and now the Croydon native back playing in front of family and friends. And NBA Live can't get the first to go. Got to knock down these free points here from the free throw line. And he doesn't get either. Nicholas with the defensive board. Press on, Järveläinen. Dribble handoff to Wiltshire. Shelton thought about it. Wiltshire swings it. Nicholas.
This zone has caused Raiders a bit of an issue with trying to get into their rhythm.
Nicholas
switching on the top.
Three ball, no sir.
And that's certainly a look they'll live with.
Dangakoto the other way. Dangakoto almost lost the handle. Slows it down and gets it on to Easy Ed Lucas. Neighbor up top. Bryan Manning trying to get loose. Hamilton attacking. Hamilton. Nothing but net for the captain. Showing off his mid-range game. Wiltshire up over the timeline. Dangakoto all over him. Järveläinen. Shelton. Wiltshire. Three ball. Triggers it. Doesn't go, and Hamilton climbs the ladder for the defensive board.
Everything's gone dry for the Raiders here in this quarter. They're settling for jump shots every time down.
Nicely done with the right hand, Matthew Bryan Manning. And you get the momentum shifting here in favor of the home side, and it's a one-point game now. And definitely a good time to call a timeout if you're Paul James, and some adjustments needed to be made, Dickon.
It was certainly coming, and now they have to make a decision on what they run the next time down the floor. Can they get a look at the rim again? Maybe get Dante Nicholas to the free throw line?
So nice little second quarter run here from the home side. They're outscoring the Raiders 10-2 in this quarter. Matthew Bryan Manning with 6, Ashley Hamilton with 11. Royals shooting 54% from the floor, the Raiders 40%. The difference being that the Raiders have hit a couple three balls. Turnovers also an issue for the Royals in this one. 8 turnovers so far to the Raiders 4. Points in the paint strongly favoring the Royals, 26-14. Perhaps we'll see the Royals looking to continue to exploit those mismatches and pound the ball inside.
It's certainly been the story of the game so far. How do the Raiders find a way to live with the size? Zach Wells comes in and he's out again with fouls very quickly. So a lot is going to fall on Järveläinen's shoulders now.
Nicholas. Hamilton draped all over him. Payne working on Lucas. This is Shelton swinging it. Nicholas thought about it, puts it on the floor. Attacking, step back, doesn't go. Crowd wanted an offensive foul. Lucas the other way. Neighbor, he's got a seal. Neighbor! And the foul is called before. Great job by Neighbor to establish the seal. And Royals now to inbound. Dangakoto off the stack. They go out to Neighbor. This is Lucas. Quiet game from him so far. Skip to Malou. Mid-range jumper. Tapped at MBA for the tip in, and he gets it. He is possessed right now.
But Raiders are a little bit little down there right now.
Payne showing some handles. Shelton. Short corner, and a couple of Royals dig away at it. And now this is Dangakoto.
Neighbor playing a bit of keepy-uppy with his head there.
Gets the screen. Hamilton wide open. Lucas. Hamilton putting it on the floor, backing in, gets the screen.
Little logo ball screen, 4-5, we like that. It's a good look too.
Nothing but net with the mid-range jumper.
That's something that has been interesting if we'd see that this season. Ashley Hamilton, Matthew Bryan Manning ball screens.
Three ball from the corner, in and out. Neighbor. Royals with the lead now, 34-31 at Lucas. Slow it down and wait for his teammates to get organized. Now Dangakoto will run the half-court offense. Neighbor offers the screen. It's wide open, and he throws it away.
Rushed it a little.
Will Neighbor wide open for that three ball, and he loves that above the break three, but
that was certainly the look to get there. As you come off there, you pull two defenders, and Will Neighbor's right open on the pick and pop.
The home side with 3-point advantage in front of a big crowd here at the Crystal Palace National Sports Center. And why not? This is a squad that is undefeated at home in league play. They've certainly made the Palace a fortress, one of the toughest buildings to play in here in the BBL. Nicholas. This is Hassan. He's been quiet for a while, and he gets the easy.
That's too easy.
And we're back to a one-point game as Dangakoto crosses the timeline. On to Ed Lucas.
Another play that we've not seen much from the Royals. We haven't seen him take a shot yet, Ed Lucas. So it's been one tough one off the dribble.
Bryan Manning can't get it to go, and it's Järvelainen bringing it down. Walks the tightrope on the sidelines. Hands it off to Wilcher. Looking for Hassan. Nicholas, three ball. In and out. Neighbor with the board. And now Lucas over the timeline.
Yeah, it's a good matchup down low, transition.
MBA, kick out wide open, Dangakoto, three ball, air ball. Neighbor saves it. Matthew Bryan Manning thought about the three. Showing some handles now, strong move, and he's gonna have a foul on the floor. As Josh Rogers and Alvisi Dusha look ready to check in here.
Must be fairly close to team fouls for the Plymouth Raiders now.
So super sub Josh Rogers comes in. Had a great game up in Glasgow in the second leg of the BBL Trophy against the Rocks. And next Sunday it'll be an all-London final. Make sure to circle that on your calendar. The Royals and Lions.
First of several matchups between the two teams in a very short space of time. A lot of dynamics to watch in that one.
The London Derby becoming one of the hottest tickets in town. And Matthew Bryan Manning 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Nicholas. Adekoyo. Järvelainen lays it in as the Raiders beat the press. Dusha. Hamilton. Järvelainen applying some pressure. Hamilton now on to Dusha. Ed Lucas. Hamilton. Nice pass inside to the big man, and he slams it home. Hamilton going big to Matthew Bryan and Manning. Hassan working on Rogers. Hassan.
It's good rotation there from AGP, but too late.
What a game Rashad Hassan is having so far. Hamilton, 3-ball, wide open. Doesn't go, and Nicholas tracks it down. Rogers looking for the steal. Wiltshire, corner 3, well off. And now it's Hamilton on the break. Hamilton,
somebody run, please.
Rogers, short corner. Nothing but net from the professional Josh Rogers. That's his shot. Loves that baseline 15-footer. Jarvalainen.
That's game from the Royals.
Hassan spinning, and he'll go to the free throw line.
It's an interesting quandary for the Royals there. Once he catches it in there, you know he's not passing it. So how early can you come to double?
Will Ohorobi checking in. Matthew Bryan and Manning, strong minutes from him. And Rashad Hassan, what a game. He is having 17 points already. Surpassed the 30-point mark twice this season, and contributing in other ways as well with 4 boards. So he's done the bulk of the scoring for the Raiders. Jarvalainen chipping in as well with 6, and Payne with 5 for the Royals. It's Hamilton with 15, Matthew Bryan and Manning with 12, and A.J. Roberts with 5. As Will Neighbor and Ed Lucas have had quiet games so far for the Royals. Hassan knocks it down. 1 point advantage here for the home side as we near the 1-minute mark here of the second quarter. Dusha directing traffic. Ohorobi sets the screen. They go inside to Ohorobi, and there's a foul on the play, much to the surprise of Adekoya.
That'll be free throws.
So it looks like probably Ohorobi. Yes, indeed, it will be Man Mountain going to the free throw line, as Orland Jackman will check into this one, and Captain Ashley Hamilton will take a breather. Just played some inspired minutes here tonight for the Royals. And now the southpaw Ohorobi from the charity stripe gets it to go.
Maybe not the smoothest shooting form you've seen, but looked effective.
Will Ohorobi, a guy that likes to get all his work done, 5 feet from the basket. He's a old school basketball player, loves to back in, post up, set some hard screens, and he knocks them both down with 3-point advantage for the Royals with a minute to go.
And fouls to give here for the Royals too.
Adekoya watched by Dusha onto Wiltshire. 12 on the shot clock. Hassan spinning, double comp.
That's the double they needed to get earlier.
Almost threw it away. They got to get something off in a hurry. 3 on the shot clock. Nicholas, 3-ball. Nothing but net. Nicholas. And this is Dusha over the timeline. 10-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Lucas, there it is. Ed Lucas with the money ball. Gosh. Nicholas, and the shot clock turned off. Just 10 seconds to go here. So the Raiders will play for last shot. Adekoya attacking, driving, kick out. Nicholas, Wiltshire, he's got to get it off in a hurry.
Good defense.
And that will do it for the first half here at the Crystal Palace National Sports Center. So a tale of 2 different stories. Dick and Lloyd Smith, it was the Raiders that came out firing 10-0 run to start the game, and after some nervy moments for the Royals, they've settled in and really took it to the Raiders in the second quarter.
For sure, and credit Coach Williams for switching up his defense, taking the Raiders out of the rhythm that they started the game in, and credit the Royals players for finding a bit more clinicalness in transition. Maybe not so much clinicalness in the commentary booth, but there you go. And then it's going to be an interesting second half. How do how do the Royals manage Hassan, and how do the Raiders get Dante Nicholas going? Maybe that 3 at the end of the quarter there might be good for him.
Ed Lucas with a big 3 as well for the Royals. We'll see if he can carry that momentum over into the third quarter. And Will Neighbor also yet to really get going for the Royals. 29-18, the Raiders outscored the Royals in the first. 27-13, the Royals returning the favor in the second quarter. I'm Mike Weaver, joined by Dickon Lloyd-Smith. We're in for a barn burner of a game here at the Crystal Palace National Sports Center. Do stay with us. We'll be back in just a moment.
And the winners will win 4 tickets.
And welcome back to the Crystal Palace National Sports Centre for second half action here in the UK capital, where the home side, the London City Royals, up 45-42 over the visiting Plymouth Raiders. And we'll see how this unfolds here, as it was a tale of two different quarters. Raiders coming out firing to start things off, and then the Royals picking the steam up in the second quarter. Wiltshire. Hassan. That was a familiar story in the first half.
Good start for Jules Dangakato there. He's made his guy turn 2 or 3 times just to get the ball down the floor. Can't ask for more than that.
Matthew Bryan, Manning, Lucas.
Shuffle screen for AGP, and another back screen.
Neighbor going to work on Hassan. Neighbor puts it on the deck. Backing, fading. Nice step back from Neighbor, and it looks like there's a foul on the floor. Perhaps, is it going to be Ashley Hamilton being called for a holding foul off the ball, but the basket is good.
Will Neighbor is automatic down there.
That's his shot. He loves that turnaround jumper, and it's so difficult to defend at 6'11". Fading. And now Wiltshire puts up the 3 ball. Doesn't go. Oh, almost gets a favorable roll. And now Brian Manning comes down with it. Hamilton the other way. Hamilton attacking into a double team. And that's a travel.
It's good transition defense from the Raiders there. Load up on the ball. Stayed in front.
Nicholas now to run the point. And he gets up over the timeline.
More zone from the Royals here.
Screen comes from Hassan. Wiltshire. Teardrop doesn't go. Offensive board. Payne to Hassan, double. And he can't get it to go this time, and Neighbor comes down with the board. This is Hamilton pushing it now. Hamilton on to Neighbor. Pump fake. Puts it on the deck, fading. Tough shot from Will Neighbor.
Wowzers.
Will Neighbor coming out firing here in the second half. So many weapons the Royals have that can beat you. This is Wiltshire now on to Nicholas. And Brian Manning, it looks like, is going to be whistled for the reach-in.
And that might mean he sits. That might be.
Yeah, here comes Will O'Harobi. So tough one for MBA, a bit of a ticky-tack foul, if you will.
Maybe you don't need to put your arm in there. They've been doubling those catches, so maybe just stay behind him and wait for the double to come.
This is Wiltshire now. Up top, Payne. Wiltshire, they swing it. Nicholas. Power move, nice dish in the dial inside from O'Harobi. And again, denying the pass, Will O'Harobi putting in a shift on the defensive end.
Have to love that. Just blocked the shot. No facial expression change, just business.
Brought his hard hat and his lunch pail. He does the mucking and grinding. Terrific role player for this Royals squad.
Oh, wide open.
Ed Lucas, money ball.
That's only going to be one outcome.
Skip to Malou with the 3 ball. Nicholas up over the timeline now. Payne, Wiltshire. Southpaw on to Nicholas. Nice post presence established by Hassan, and he gets the easy 2.
Nice zone offense from the Raiders there. Patient, use the misdirection, get it inside to the scorer.
Dangakoto on to Lucas. O'Harobi. Couple of screens come. Neighbor. He's got Hassan on him. 8 on the shot clock. Lucas driving. Lucas. Nice finger roll. Skip to Malou. Nicholas the other way now as we approach the 7-minute mark here of the third quarter. Wiltshire. Nicholas inside to Wells. And he almost threw it away. Nice steal from Dangakoto. Hamilton pushing it. He'll probably slow it down. Oh, he swings it to Lucas. Corner 3. Hamilton. Strong move from the big man. O'Harobi with the left hand. And the Royals looking energized.
Another gear.
Wiltshire. 12-point advantage for the home side now. Wiltshire. Wells. Nicholas.
See,
Couple of substitutions.
I'm going to say I hate that call. If people are fighting over screens, let them fight over screens. Let's play basketball.
Certainly seen the officials calling it tight tonight. Järveläinen on to Nicholas. Nicholas. Järveläinen, he's been quiet tonight, lets the 3-ball go. No, sir, and it's Hamilton with the defensive board. Hamilton, he's got Lucas running the court. Hamilton all the way! And he wanted a foul on the play.
Probably should have got one.
And Nicholas almost loses the handle, gathers it up. And now Wiltshire, step back, knocks it down with the 3-ball.
So good at that.
Big basket for the Raiders. The Royals on a bit of a run. Let's see if that can lift the visitors a little bit here.
Absolutely needed that to weather the storm.
Neighbor. Boy next door puts it on the floor. This is Lucas, jab step, short corner. Got it! And Lucas feeling it.
And Payne has not really got the length to disturb that. That's an open jump shot.
Wiltshire. Nicholas, screen comes from Shelton. Swings it to Wiltshire. Into the paint, teardrop, nothing but net.
Raiders starting to get a little bit of joy with that inside ball screen at the top of the zone. Switching it, getting the left to right, finding the crack in the top. Maybe we'll see the Royals adjust to that.
Dangakoto, 13 on the shot clock. This is Lucas. Got Payne all over him. 7 on the shot clock, Dangakoto. 3-ball. And he knocks it down. Smooth crown jewels.
Needed that.
Wiltshire going to work now. Nicholas into the paint. Nice dish. Shelton denied, and it gets it to go, though. And a chance for a 3-point play.
It's that same ball reversal for the Raiders again.
Adekoya checks in as Payne will come out of this one. And Jackman in for Neighbor, as both teams' offense running really nice right now.
It's Raiders came into the game with the best offense in the league.
The team is predominantly made up of players from London. London by name, London by nature, London's team.
Shelton knocks it down.
That foul's significant for the Royals because that's 14 fouls in the quarter.
Lucas now.
And a foul call on Lucas.
So an offensive foul against Easy Ed. And now Wiltshire. Lets the 3-ball go. And coming down with the board is Oharobi. Oharobi on to Jackman. And now this is Hamilton going to work. Hamilton, mid-range jumper from the elbow. Can't get it to go. Järveläinen with the defensive board. Nicholas driving. And we're going to have a foul on the floor. Palmer will check in along with Sam Toluwasi. And it'll be Ashley Hamilton and Wiltshire taking a break.
3:58 left in the third.
So less than 4 minutes to go here, and the home side with a 9-point advantage as Nicholas will go to the free throw line. A solid, steady game, but hasn't really overtaken and asserted his will on this game as he can sometimes.
For sure, but then now we've seen him make a 3, now he's getting to the free throw line. That's what good scorers do. They find a way to tick it over.
Nicholas gets it to go. The favorable roll off the rim, and now Dusha pushes it ahead to Toluwasi. Toluwasi. Jackman. Jackman attacking. Nice move and one. Orland Jackman, how do you do?
And there's that Royals depth telling stories again.
So many weapons this squad can use to beat you. And Orlin Jackman, chance for a three-point play, and good to see him rolling, as so difficult to come back from an injury, Dickon, and not miss a beat.
For sure. It's a good point. He's been out for a good 4 or 5 games now. And with the schedule throwing up 2-week breaks and the international break, it's a long time since he played competitive basketball.
So he rattles it in to complete the three-point play. Adekoya. And he throws it away. Ball looked to slip off his fingertips there. Dusha. On to Jackman, gets the return pass. And now Jackman, Tolowasi. Oharobi, the big man inside with the left hand. Just too much size for Adekoya. It's a 12-point lead now for the Royals, as Nicholas goes to work, and he threw it away.
Looking a little rattled here, the Raiders. I wonder if we'll see timeout. There we go. Paul James not too chuffed with his team there.
So the offense firing on all cylinders here for the Royals in the third quarter. 3:14 left to go in the third, and big crowd cheering on the home side, making this one of the most difficult places to play in for visiting teams.
And the crowd has got the script now. They know to get louder into the fourth quarter. They've grown accustomed to seeing this Royals team get stronger as the game goes on.
Royals looking to make it 9 in a row in all competitions tonight. For the Raiders, they've been struggling a little bit, dropped 3 of 4. And really need to get Hassan going again. He's been integral. When he goes, the Raiders go.
Absolutely. If you have a guy that's averaging 20 and 7, or 20, best part of 8 actually.
Had a fantastic first half, and he's been over 30 points twice this season. Yet to see Järveläinen get going. He had 24 points last time these two teams played. How do they get him involved more offensively?
Well, he's a stretch 4, and I'm not sure he's taken a 3 yet, or if he has, he's taken one off balance one.
So 21-12, the Royals outscoring the Raiders here in the third quarter. Here's Dusha going to work on Adekoya. Adekoya looking to strip Dusha here. Jackman, nice move, teardrop. Lovely stuff from OJ.
It's a tough matchup for Järveläinen there.
Nicholas Hassan going to work on Oharobi, backing in, spinning.
Great defense.
Dusha pushes it over the timeline. On to Luke. Dusha tricking everybody, even the commentators. Oharobi. And it's going to be last touch on the Raiders. Tolowasi to inbound now. And it's Dusha up top. Jackman thought about it. Nice pass, Tolowasi.
Oh, yeah.
Kick out. Corner 3, Lucas! Dynamite!
That's the kind of execution you want to see.
So another 3 ball for Skip to Malukas. Tolowasi, what a steal! Incoming! Sam the man, Tolowasi! Nicholas driving. Järveläinen, 3 ball. It's off. Oharobi with the board. Lucas, Raiders get back into the half-court defense. This is Oharobi on to Jackman. Jackman running the offense now, gets the screen from Oharobi. Deep 3, way off.
Bit of a heat check for the Royals there.
Adekoya, all the way to the rack. Lovely stuff, and count it. The American in transition, and he'll go to the free throw line to try to convert the 3-point play. Wiltshire coming in, and Ubiaro as well as Järvelainen will take a seat.
At the basket, slows the action for a moment. Royals, City is taking the seat.
So Adekoyo now to the free throw line, and it's been last season with the Raiders before being released.
It's a player with a lot of raw tools, length to cause problems on the defensive end, and he has shown us that he can make a shot.
So the American knocks it down, and now Dusha, 16-point lead for the home side. Jackman, Tolawasi, hello! Sam, the man, going upstairs. Some rim-rattling action here at the Crystal Palace National Sports Center.
And if you're the Raiders, you're having a few too many breakdowns and lapses in concentration.
Tolawasi, can he make it? 3 straight baskets. Sam Tolawasi showing some elevators and some energy. This is Wiltshire on to Ubiaro. Raiders need to settle down here in the half-court offense. Hassan, short corner, feeling it still. Lucas dishes it. Jackman saves the ball, almost got away on him there. Jackman now in the elbow, up to Dusha. Gets the screen from Oharobi. Looking for Tolawasi, it's deflected. Tolawasi trying to dig it back, and now Wiltshire will push it the other way. 3-on-3, Wiltshire all the way, and slipped off his fingertips, and it looks like there's going to be a foul on Hassan as he'll go to the free throw line.
It's an assist for Wiltshire there.
So 12.2 left to go. A.J. Roberts is going to come back in. Ed Lucas will check out. So Hassan will try to finish off the three-point play here. A terrific game he has had so far with 22 points now in this one. Dusha. Dusha, 3 to shoot, attacking, goes up high off the window, and it doesn't go. So at the end of 3 quarters of play, the London City Royals out in front 77-62 off a terrific third quarter where they outscored the Raiders 32-20. Dick and Lloyd Smith, it's a big hill to climb for the Raiders. How do they get back in this?
Starts with the turnovers. They were winning the turnover battle at the half, and they've just come out and thrown a lot of sloppy passes. Just comes with the discipline and looking after the ball.
Still a full 10 minutes to go, but do you start looking for the 3 ball as much as possible? And do you look to press at all?
I don't think they need to do that yet. If they get back to where they were, they were finding cracks in the zone and getting to the rim, getting Hassan going. He's got pretty much anything he wanted all night, so.
Certainly the Royals slowed him down a little in the third quarter, or perhaps it was more of a case of the Raiders not going back to him. And Nicholas also having a bit of a quiet game. They really need to get him locked in on this one if they're going to climb back. Important to try and steal a win, or at least get some momentum going into tomorrow's game against Surrey in 7th place, and Glasgow and Bristol in 9th and 10th place in the BBL have a couple of games in hand. Of course, the Royals also playing tomorrow, making the trip up to Cheshire. So if they get a big lead, we'll see probably Jay Williams going deeper into the bench to have an eye perhaps on that game tomorrow.
Got a smaller lineup come out here from the Raiders, so maybe we'll see the press you were asking about. On the season, they've not been a particularly effective press team, so they need to find something with this lineup here.
We'll see if they go small ball, lots of 3s, run and gun. This is Dusha now working on Wiltshire. Jackman. Directing traffic, gets it on to Dusha. Jackman up top.
Some good defense on the screen from Ubario there.
Jackman pump fake, lets it go. Way off. Oharobi saves it for a moment and then throws it out.
Looked like Dusha might be going to the scorer's table there for a second.
So good defensive possession there for the Raiders. Going to need a lot of stops here in the fourth. Nicholas swings it. Adekoya, 3-ball. And Jackman brings it down. Roberts going to work. Nice dish and a beautiful pass. And Tolowasi stuffed, but he'll go to the free throw line.
Will Oharobi rim runs, and he does it very, very well.
Nice recognition, finding the open man as well to Tolowasi. And if you're the Raiders, you can live with that foul. Good move. Make Tolowasi earn it at the free throw line.
Absolutely.
Tolowasi now from the charity stripe. Started this season in Italy. And now 9 points in this one, 4 rebounds as well. A couple of big steals. Certainly contributes so many different ways for the Royals. The Nigerian international, 2 for 2. Wiltshire. And now Adekoya. Adekoya with the left hand. Hassan comes down with it, and we're going to have a pushing foul, perhaps against Oharobi, as he pleads his case. And that's number 5, it looks like, for Will Oharobi. So he pleads his case that he was establishing verticality, but tough pill to swallow for Will Oharobi. He had a fantastic game. He really did a lot of the unsung.
Another guy coming back from a layoff too, just trying to find his rhythm.
3-ball from Nicholas, doesn't go. Dusha climbing the ladder for the board, and now he'll run the offense on to Orland Jackman. Jackman to MBA. Nice look inside. Roberts can't handle the pass though.
So it was a great slip on the switch from AJ Roberts.
Nicholas going to work on Roberts, and we're gonna have a reach-in foul on Roberts. So sideline ball with 8:43 to go here in the fourth. 17 points to the good are the home side London City Royals here at the Crystal Palace National Sports Centre in South London. And they throw it away, and Dusha comes down with it.
That's exactly what they needed to not do.
Dusha now to run the half-court offense, and it looks like the Raiders might go to zone. Roberts. Brian Amandi, nice pass, beautiful stuff. Jackman unable to finish. Nicholas pushing it the other way. Backing in on Dusha, and we're gonna have a foul on him. So officials calling it tight here. And Payne now will check in, and catching a breather here is Denze Ubiaro. Quiet game he's had tonight.
Usually someone they can rely on in transition to get out on the break, make high-flying plays. Been very quiet tonight.
Held off the score sheet so far. This is Hassan. Adekoyo driving, stripped, gets it back, and it's Jackman. And he walked, pleading his case, but
captain's work from Orland Jackman there. Could be very easily to let the call get in your head. Just keep playing basketball.
Adekoya to inbound with 8:05 left to go here in regulation time. Nicholas swings it, 3-ball for Payne. The southpaw lets it go, and it doesn't fall, and Orland Jackman grabs the board, and it looks like it's going to be a foul on Rashad Hassan. So things starting to get chippy here. And AJ Roberts now to inbound as the Raiders show press. Looks Looks like perhaps they might peel back a little bit, try and trap.
Weak side AJ Williams wide open.
Dusha. Brian Manning. Brian Manning with a strong move. Nice dish. Lovely stuff. The two bigs combining. Nicholas swings it. Wilshire in the corner. Back to Wilshire. Puts it on the floor. Hassan from the elbow knocks it down. What a game. He just can't miss tonight.
This guy is cooking.
Dusha pressured.
That's a
Roberts. Layup. Tapped in. NBA going to work on the offensive boards.
Having a bit of fun with himself over after the basket as well.
Driving. Adekoya.
Wild one.
Bit out of control. Now it's NBA the other way. Nice pass. Dusha. Roberts.
Behind the back. Oh.
Brian Manning denied. And he'll go to the free throw line. Unselfish play here from the London City Royals, sharing the sugar.
Absolutely.
And coming back into this is Ashley Hamilton and Jules Dangakoto. And this is certainly a team that Coach Jay Williams has done a fantastic job establishing this team identity as a squad that will give up good looks for great looks.
You have to credit him as well for the rotations. You know, it's very easy to say the rotations are long, but now you have a team with a lot of guys still in with them and able to contribute when they come off the bench.
Brian Manning is short on the first attempt, as we're just under 7 minutes to go in regulation time. A 19-point advantage for the home side. And Brian Manning makes it a 20-piece. So Adekoya will check out now as Järveläinen, the Estonian, comes in. Had a quiet one so far, Järveläinen. And now this is Payne looking up top for Hassan, and he connects on the alley-oop. What a game for Rashad Hassan. AJ Roberts. Dangakoto will slow it down. Royals content to kill the clock a little bit. No quick shots. NBA backing in. Strong move, and he gets the fade to go. It's a difficult shot. Hassan, one-on-one. Hassan, nice dish. And the reverse by Payne. And he steals it. Payne can't get it to go, gets his own board. Waits for help. Nicholas cutting. Nice cut to the rim. And a chance for a three-point play.
And then before you know it, he's into double figures and close to double-figure assists.
Okiki will come back into this one as Joshua Wiltshire will check out for the Raiders. Balanced scoring for the Royals. Tolowasi with 10. Matthew Brian Manning with 15. Ashley Hamilton also with 15. And there's Nicholas adding to his point total. Now this is Roberts, and he threw it away. Nicholas with another steal. Okiki.
We have seen this from the Royals. They have a habit of these sloppy periods.
At times it's been a tale of this squad taking their foot off the gas pedal, particularly when they get these big leads. And for coaches, it's always a bit dangerous when you get up 20 points. How do you keep the momentum going and not settle into complacency?
That needs to come from leadership on the court. That needs to be the players. You know, the coaches don't play the game.
Hassan, good from the first attempt. $31 points right now for Rashad Hassan. Third time this season he has surpassed the 30-point mark. And you see why he was twice a BBL Team of the Year member. Roberts, Brian Manning, and
another turnover.
A bit of butterfingers, and we're going to have a timeout from Coach Jay Williams. Not a bad decision. 13-point lead, the Raiders with the ball, and they're nicely doing a little bit chipping away at this lead.
Absolutely. It was a 20-point game, and now it's reachable inside the last 5 minutes. 6 minutes.
6 minutes, still a lot of time. And of course, there's some three-point threats on this squad as well. Tonight they've hit 5 3 balls. Not shooting at a great percentage, just 22% from behind the arc, but we'll see if they can get something going, run some plays to get some shooters free behind the arc. Royals shooting 60% on the evening, the Raiders 41%.
Considering the Royals are shooting 26% from 3, that's not bad either.
Points in the paint has been the story tonight. 56 points for the Royals in the paint, and for the Raiders, 36. So Payne, Adekoya, Hassan, Nicholas, and Okiki, who's had a quiet game tonight, yet to get any points. And for the Royals, it's Dangakoto, Roberts, Hamilton, Toluwasi, and Matthew Barnamani, and a very good defensive squad. Okiki.
It's a lot of switching ability. They're in a zone, but there's a lot of ability to switch in that lineup there too.
Okiki, kick out. Adekoya, 3-ball, doesn't go. Toluwasi, it's saved, but right to Hamilton. Hamilton with numbers now. Hamilton, strong to the hoop. Hamilton flew in for the basket. And foul on the floor as Nicholas drives into Hamilton, and he'll be whistled for a blocking foul.
The James Harden call. It's a foul. It's a crafty play. I thought he was in the act of shooting, to be fair.
So they're into the penalty, so Nicholas will have 2 attempts here. 4 fouls for Hamilton. So Nicholas also stops the clock as well as he tries to dig away at this 15-point lead for the Royals. And he knocks down the first. 11 points, 10 rebounds for Nicholas. One of the premier players here in the BBL. And 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. Bit of a press now shown by the Raiders. Hamilton, AGP throws it away. Adekoya, Nicholas, and he lays it in for 2. Hamilton, nice pass. Toluwasi, up high and down hard.
10 points, all of them dunks.
Roberts out of bounds. Doing good work on the defensive end, disrupting some passes. Okiki on to Hassan. Hassan double comes. Hassan, he has got it going inside the paint tonight. Well, from outside the paint as well, from everywhere on the offensive court, he's been dynamite. Hamilton, triple team, throws it away.
This press is working for the Raiders.
Okiki gets it to go, and Hamilton lucky not to get teed up here. Dangakoto, NBA, they've got numbers. Toluwasi, they kick out. Brian Amani, Dangakoto, and they'll kill a bit of clock here. Toluwasi establishing post presence, and it looks like Okiki will be whistled for a holding foul. Lucas back into this one as A.J. Roberts will sit down.
Good minutes from A.J. Roberts there. Maybe a couple of turnovers.
5 points, 2 rebounds for the American, former Hemel Storm star. This is Dangakoto. He's got to get it inbounds, and Toluwasi's going to be called for a push-off, claiming that his jersey was being held. And
it's good defense from the Raiders, though. Irritating, getting in his shirt, making life difficult, frustrating you. That's the way they had to get back in the game, and that's what they've done. They're 9 points down.
So 9 points down with the ball as well. And suddenly a game that looked like it was perhaps out of hand at 20 points.
I wonder if we'll see Will Neighbor come back into the game at this point.
Nicholas, they swing it. Hassan backing in. Hassan, double. Swatted away by MBA. And it looks like we're going to have a foul on the Raiders. And Matthew Brian Manning, we've seen some big nights from him on the defensive end. A couple of nights of 5 blocks. And he brought the block party there. We'll go straight to the free throw line for 2 with the Raiders in the penalty.
Hassan tried to go through him. Found there was no way through.
So Brian Manning with 17 points and 7 rebounds. Bit of work to do on the boards if he wants to get a double-double. And Hamilton with a similar stat line, 17 points and 7 rebounds. The Tower of Power, one of the best front courts in the BBL. Brian Manning, Hamilton, Will Neighbor. Oharobi doing that dirty work.
The balance.
This is Brian Manning, doesn't get either to go.
Hasn't made a free throw all night.
And Tolawasi is going to be whistled for a foul. So Jackman will come in for Tolawasi. That's number 4 for him on the night. And things getting chippy. Nicholas, a very good free throw shooter. And knocking it down, Dante Nicholas. Nicholas, Hassan, Adekoyo, Payne, and Okiki. The 5 for the Raiders. And they got the press on. 7-point lead for the Royals. Dangakoto almost stripped. Dangakoto all the way, dishes. Brian Manning. And we've got looks like a foul on the play here. Hamilton will go to the free throw line. And Ashley Hamilton, a great start to this game, but starting to look a little rattled temper. Starting to build up here. He's been on the wrong end of a couple of calls. So Hamilton played in Spain previously with Manresa, leading them back to the ACB top league. And he knocks down the first. That's a big basket for the Royals. They had been caught on 90 for a while there.
Should settle them down a little. Maybe slow the pace of the game down, look to execute in the half court a bit. The quick tempo suits the Raiders with this smaller lineup.
Hamilton, 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. The captain showing the leadership. Nicholas on to Payne. Nicholas up top. Gets the screen from Hassan. Kick out. Corner 3, Payne. Nothing but net. That's a big basket.
He had a couple of looks prior to that too and not knocked him down. It's a big shot for the Raiders.
Dangakoto almost threw it away. Brian Manning swings it. Lucas wide open from the corner. Nothing. Ed Lucas with the money ball.
Wiped his feet on the way through the door. Returned the favor.
Nicholas swings it. Nicholas up top. And turnover. Brian Manning comes down with it. And he'll get it on to Hamilton. The double comes. They try to trap him. And he throws it away. Hassan scoops it ahead. Payne gets the layup to go. 7-point game. Jackman. Dangakoto over the timeline. Here comes the double. Jackman. Got to get the ball movement going quick. Hamilton. Matthew Brian Manning. Double comes. Nice move. Spinning on the block. Nicholas. Adekoya. 3 ball. Well off. Jackman comes down with it. And
That is a bullet dodge from the Royals, though, because that's the shot that they like to take, the Raiders.
And it's going to be a 8-second violation here against Jackman. Certainly took his time bringing the ball over the half court.
It's interesting that, oh, now the shot clock moves. It was 16 when the whistle went.
So Coach Jay Williams having some words with the officials, but it's been a interesting fourth quarter here, to say the least. The Raiders playing some desperate basketball and really doing a great job mounting this comeback. Hamilton with the board. Get it up over the timeline. We'll slow it down, picks up his dribble, the double comes, Lucas swings it to Dangakoto. 12 on the shot clock. Adekoya pressuring him, trying to force a backcourt violation. Dangakoto wheeling and dealing. Brian Manning loses a tire. 3-ball doesn't go, offensive board. And Nicholas tries to save it, but steps out of bounds. And 1:30 to go, it's going to be Royals ball. It's important for the Royals to get this inbounded here. They've had NBA draws the foul, and he'll go to the free throw line now as Jarvalainen will be whistled for the foul.
Definitely not a makeup call.
1:28 to go. 9 points to the good are the London City Royals. Matthew Bryan Manning from the charity stripe. Doesn't get the first to go. Still time, of course, for the Raiders if they can get some steals and 3-balls. So important for Bryan Manning to knock this one down. And that looks like it was almost open, almost goaltending, but the officials say play on. Payne swings it. Nice steal by Hamilton. Hamilton pushing it. Lucas for the 2. And we're back to double digits. London City Royals 11 points to the good with 1:15 to go, and the crowd up on their feet here, saluting the effort of the home squad. So both teams, of course, playing tomorrow. The London City Royals making the trip up to Cheshire, and perhaps we're seeing Will Neighbor be rested for that one here. Didn't look like he picked up an obvious injury.
No, I think it's a tactical decision from the bench. This is the lineup they're choosing to finish the game with.
And for the Raiders looking ahead, they'll make the trip back down to Plymouth and welcome Surrey tomorrow night. Surrey, of course, falling on Friday to the London Lions. And it'll be Payne, Jarvalainen, Adekoya, Ubiaro, and Nicholas for the Plymouth Raiders. And for the London City Royals, it'll be Dangakoto, Jackman, Ed Lucas, Ashley Hamilton, and Matthew Bryan Manning. Payne inbounds to Nicholas, almost lost a tire. Nicholas working on Bryan Manning, spinning acrobatics, and he'll go to the free throw line. So we'll stop the clock with 1:05 to go.
Is that the 5th on Matthew Bryan Manning?
Looks like Tolowasi getting ready to come in. And that is indeed the 5th for Matthew Bryan Manning. Strong game for MBA, 17 points, 8 rebounds. A couple of big blocks as well on the defensive end.
Made some big plays at the right time down the stretch in his 4th quarter.
Dante Nicholas, 17 on the night for him. Playing as a secondary scorer to Rashad Hassan, who's dropped 34 tonight for the Raiders in a very impressive effort to go along with 7 boards. This is Hamilton. The double comes. Hamilton picks up his dribble. Skip pass. Dangakoto. He's got Hamilton with him. 8 on the shot clock. Driving. Kick out. Jackman. 3-ball. Goes to Lucas. Doesn't get the 3-ball to go. Järveläinen. And it's knocked loose. And now Jackman gets it back to Dangakoto, and they'll kill a bit more clock. Skip pass to Lucas, and now the Raiders will foul. Perhaps a bit of too little, too late.
You'd have to think if these 2 free throws go down, that'll be that. Maybe we won't see them foul on the following possession.
So Jules Dangakoto, not a bad game for the youngster, just 22 years of age, and really an important game for him to really try and wrestle some minutes back when West Washington comes back here.
Absolutely.
Strong game as well for LBC Dusha. Certainly made a case for more playing time, and certainly gives the Royals a lot of the luxury of playing matchups.
It's a different look off the bench as a point guard too, LBC Dusha. He's much more of a playmaker.
And a foul on Dangakoto, and the Raiders, of course, into the penalty. So
absolutely not the foul you want, because it stops the clock straight away. Just about the worst foul you could have given.
So Adekoya now will try to get a couple of easy ones here. And he can't get the first to go. It's crunch time, and certainly so difficult to make these shots in the clutch. Strong game for Adekoya, back into the fold for the Raiders. And he gets the second to go. So Raiders will try to deny. Royals get it in, and there comes the quick foul from Adekoya. And it'll send Dangakoto to the free throw line. He missed both last time out, so a chance for JDA to get a bit of redemption.
Royals have been brutal from the free throw line across the board, shooting somewhere around 50%.
Raiders, on the other hand, 16 for 16. And they reach the century mark here in Crystal Palace. And the crowd on their feet to salute the 100 mark. And now Adekoya pushing it the other way, and a foul on the play. So Adekoya will go back to the free throw line. He's got 7 points on the night. Raiders outscoring the Royals here in the fourth, 29-23, but perhaps a case of too little too late. Still 26 ticks to go on the clock. Let's see what they can come up with. And Adekoya gets that one to go. Just one blemish, I should say, from the Raiders at the charity stripe, going 20 of 21. Adekoya, and nothing but net. Jackman inbounds to Dangakoto. Dangakoto and Lubiaro whistled for the foul. And another chance for Jules Dangakoto to put this thing to bed from the free throw line. So Dangakoto on the night with 4 points to go along with 3 rebounds. He gets it to go. 24 minutes of play tonight for Smooth Crown Jules. The GB international, just 22 years of age. And 2 for 2 from the line. Nicholas inbound. Ubiaro. Open for the 3 in the corner. Doesn't go. And Järveläinen comes down with it. Järveläinen forces it up. Loose ball. And hot potato there, and now Hamilton will dribble it down, and that will do it at the Crystal Palace National Sports Centre. The London City Royals are victorious, topping the century mark, 102-93 in an old Western-style shootout here. Dick and Lloyd Smith, some good takeaways for both squads on this one. The Raiders certainly had some great moments. Rashad Hassan, strong game for him. And for the Royals, 9 in a row, still undefeated at home.
And finding ways to win different types of games, scrappy ones like this.
So another big win here for the Royals, and we'll look ahead in the schedule here in the BBL. A bit of action tomorrow as well. The Plymouth Raiders will host the Surrey Scorchers. The London Lions will play host to the Manchester Giants, and the Cheshire Phoenix will host the London City Royals. And of course, next week it'll be the BBL Trophy Final up in Glasgow. The London Lions and London City Royals to do battle. That will be a great one. So for Dick and Lloyd Smith, I'm Mike Weber. Thanks for joining us for this barn burner, high-scoring, rim-rattling action here at the Crystal Palace National Sports Centre, and we'll see you again soon.
So please, Rachel, take them to the court. Once again, thank you to the Raiders for a great game. Wish you guys safe journey home.